Hello everybody, welcome back to the shop for 10 more minutes late night. Thunderchief kit making action, baby. Oh yeah, I've been busy today, man. I got a bunch done. I got a set of ailerons laid up, got a set of flaps all laid up. I didn't glue them together because I got to sand my little wood pieces, you know, and it was too hot to open that door today. I was going to do it tonight, but I got busy doing other stuff. And I'm going to do it in the morning because I wheel my sander out in the driveway because it's too much dust. And you're taking down big old hunks of balsa. It's too much dust for the shop. So, I'm going to cut them pieces first thing in the morning and get my ailerons and flaps glued together. I got my engine hats down there I got to lay up. I was going to do that, but man, it's already midnight. I'm going to bed. I'll get that in the morning. And then, guess what? Guess what, everybody? I'm going to start on some wings. Yeah. You know, I could about do a lay up a wing the same time it takes me to lay up the aileron and flap. You know, there's not much difference, just a little bit of size. But I'm gonna thinking about doing some work to my wing molds. And we'll talk about that later. Alright. Now this is where someone asked me how long I leave it in the vacuum bag. Man, a lot of that depends on the temperature. I don't like them to cure fully out and get as totally hard as it'll get in that vacuum bag. That makes it a lot harder to trim my edges. What I do is today I only put, you know, I was putting all 4 parts in one bag. It was too hot today. No way I could have worked that fast. So I just, because this resin's setting up in like an hour, man. But I just did 1/2 of each and bagged them. And then you take the brush from that batch and you put it aside, okay? And then I did another batch, you know, and then I did an aileron, 2 ailerons. You know, I had 4 vacuum hoses coming off that junction block. See my junction block Dad made? So I just pulled them red deals off and put a hose on there, and I can pull vacuum bunch of parts, all with that little bitty old Harbor Freight vacuum pump. It's working great. But man, I like the way I did that today. That was easy, man, and that is cheap. And that way I can save my tube for fuselages, and that'll work. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to come here and trim these edges. You see how it's set up. Don't stick to your finger, but it's still just a little bit wet. You know, that's the time to come in here and trim these edges. You can trim it with an X-Acto knife. You get a nice clean cut, no sharp edges. This is when you want to trim it. Now, when you're messing with that foam, okay, you gotta let it set just a little longer, man. You want to start trimming that thing to when you're done trimming, it gets cured out. I mean, you want it that close, and you can do it. What I do is my brush. When that dude is hard, okay, but I can move them tips just a little bit. The tip of that brush. That resin set up on it, that's when I pull them out of the vacuum. You want to leave it in there until then, because if you don't, you know, your parts will separate back apart. But I've done it to where I had to trim it, even that 4-ounce cloth, where I had to trim it when it was cured out, and it was not easy, okay? If you get it, just at the right point, man. You gotta wait for it. See, tomorrow, this would have been a pain tomorrow. Oh yeah, then you want the sharp edges and that's why I just waited up and trimmed this one. But I know some people wait till it's all the way cured out before they trim it, but that's their way. This is how it works best for me. It's easy. Bam. Nice clean edge, ain't sharp. Right next to that plug, right next to your mold. Nice cut, huh? Now we're going to get this outside edge. Pop it out the mold in the morning. Man, I tell you what, if I would have had them wood pieces cut, I got them flaps and ailerons done by about noon. 1 or 2 o'clock. We'd have been pulling them apart now. It was just, the stuff was setting up so fast in this heat. You can put a part outside in the mold, about an hour later that thing is set up. Even I've waited just this little bit right here. I let set up. And man, I had to use my vibrating cutter. I just couldn't, and it just left a sharp edge. Do not like it at all. When you get in here, just wait up for it. You can set the, I mean, today I could have made this part set up in an hour. After I was done with it, set it in the driveway for about 30 minutes. Let that temperature get up to about 150 degrees. Bring it back in the house. Oh yeah. You gotta watch it with one of them temperature guns. You don't want to get these molds over 150 max. So what the Associated said these molds should be good up to 500 or 150 degrees. Bam. There we go. Got that done. Got one of these, my canopy part laid up today. Now, I got a lot done today. I was busy. No loafing for me. No loafing for me, but we're going to start on some wings. But, you know, the panel lines, if the panel lines are wrong on the bottom of the wing, because of the gear door situation I didn't know about when I did it, but now I do. My plugs are good. All I got to do is sand, you know, fill the panel lines on the bottom. I think I want to make a part and plane where my flaps come out and not have that piece on there. I'm just wasting foam, wasting carbon, and I'm just in my mold right there. I could trim it and it'd be a lot better than going back with a cutter. It would just work out a lot better. And make me a couple of heavy duty molds right quick. Bam! Bust out some killer roll wings. Well, I bet I can get a set of wings out in 2 days. Or it takes me that for a set of flaps. You know, every time I cut all material. Well, if I spend 3 or 4 days, you know, a couple days cutting my material, getting everything ready, rolling it up in paper, and bust out some wings quick, man. And then my vertical stabs, fuselages. Man, we're getting to the end of the road. I get a lot of people asking me about that B1. Don't give up on me yet, man. You know, just it ain't because I ain't fast enough for a couple people. Don't mean it ain't never gonna get done. Don't give up on old Bob yet.